Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about escaping from prison. Okay, so I myself have never escaped. I don't know anyone who has ever escaped. Um, I did make a video a while back talking about me being in a unit with someone who I was friendly with who tried to escape and ended up getting caught. So if you're interested, you could check that one out. But, the bottom line to this is that I feel like people have a very false perception of how realistic it is to actually escape once you're in prison. Okay, so what you've seen in television and movies is not at all, close to what it actually is with regard to the difficulty of it. So the first thing I'll tell you is that to successfully escape from any prison, you will need at least 4 or 5 people on the outside who are not only willing to kill for you, but also willing to die themselves for you. Because without that, you could forget about it. You'll have zero chances of getting out. Okay? I have been in situations before where I could have taken control of a unit. I know I can take control of a unit and, take control of the guards that are within that unit. I can use them as hostages to get me forward through more security doors and eventually, possibly, out the front doors, out of the prison, okay? If I use them as hostages and body shields. However, once you're there, what do you do from there? By the time you make it there, you'll have all of the neighboring police forces, including that of the area you're in, all swarming and surrounding the facility. You'll have zero chance of getting out like that. It's not going to happen. So as far as getting out on your own like that, from the inside, using force and hostages, you can make it only so far. But there's going to be a point where you're done. All right? You can try to find a weakness in the security of the facility and maybe dig your way out, maybe break through a cinder block wall. Maybe you could find, bars on windows that are old and decaying and that you can use to, get to the outside perimeter of the prison. However, even if you make it that far, once you're out there, where are you going to go? Especially if you don't have that help that I mentioned before. There's nowhere to go. Most of these prisons are in very, very remote areas, and they do that intentionally. So if someone does escape, they're not going to have the ability to go into all these different homes and carjack all these different vehicles because there's literally nothing out there. Okay? You're also dealing with the fact that you're wearing prison-issued clothes. Normally, they're going to be a bright color like orange, or they're going to be khaki color, even green. Whatever the color is, they're easily identifiable. Okay, you have writing on the back also of the prison you're in for the most part. Even if you can get civilian clothes, okay, from one of the workers or from one of the guards, however you get it, you smuggle it in, still, you'll have nowhere to go. Even if you have someone who'll pick you up and you guys can time it perfectly, even then, there'll be an all-points bulletin out on you in a second, and the chances of you actually getting out and remaining out are going to be slim to none. Okay? The way that I think you could get out if you had those, handful of people that were willing to die for you is through, complete strong-arm invasion of the prison, coming in with guns and just taking over like that. But again, even that, the chances that you'll actually get away are very slim. So for me, anytime in the past I thought about escape, and I did think about it a lot, when I was facing life, I understood that the escape was kind of like a suicide mission. You know what I'm saying? It would go either one of two ways, most likely the second, which is me dying in the process, which was why I said it was a suicide mission. And, I never really thought I'd get away. I thought there was a slight chance, but more likely than not, I'd be killed, and that would be the end of this whole thing. I recently, overseas in Europe, there was a prison escape. A very rich guy, he used a helicopter. Okay, his people came in with a helicopter. They took him out of the prison yard. Something like that can be done. Okay, if you can get down to an exact science, the times and location of where the movement will be within the prison, where you will be, and relay that information to the people on the outside, and they can execute it perfectly with precision and accuracy. But even then, that guy got caught, a couple weeks later. And this is a person who's a millionaire many times over, who had the means to hide himself better than most. And he still got caught. So I just wanted to touch on this video because I mentioned in another video recently about escaping. And this is the reality of it, guys. Normally, when you're in a maximum security facility especially, there are so many barriers for you to get through, so many secured areas. You're inside a confined unit that is secure already. Once you get control of that unit, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more secured barriers that you have to get through before you can even get close to seeing the outside of the prison. All right, so I just wanted to touch on this, guys, and let you know that it's not realistic that you're going to escape. It's more likely that you would die in the attempt. Okay, and anyone else involved on the outside or on the inside who was helping you would die also. If you get caught trying to escape prison, where I am, it's automatic 5 years at minimum of additional time. If you commit any crimes in the process of trying to escape, which most people do, all that just adds on and compounds, and ultimately you end up doing way more time. So give me your thoughts on this, guys. I'm interested. Do you guys think any of you could escape from prison? And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.